afternoon. This is Jackie with, Jackie's Crazy Carnivore Corner, and boy, it is crazy. Just got off work a few minutes early. The day drug on. I was sewing on a big cat's tail today, and it wasn't going well, so I had to rip out the stitches and redo it, and that caused me to sew literally blind how I had to do it, and I had to go by feel, and I'm going through leather and 4 layers of felt with a leather needle, and I go by feel, so the sucker's gonna pop through and I'm gonna know it. So my thumbs hurt. I'll save the rest of it for Monday. If it continues to hurt on Monday, might be a 3-day project. Sometimes I put band-aids on my thumbs for things like this, so it kind of pads it. I didn't think about it today. I don't know, my mind's not with me. I've had several customers come in and want to talk today. Slows me down a little bit, but I'm not going that fast today anyway, I guess. Can't blame them. For my food today, I brought the burger, the big burger, and the homemade dressing, and what else? The side pork, and I ate almost all of it. I just left a little bit of the burger. Oh, excuse me. I drank my soda with my lunch. Probably shouldn't have, but I did. My one diet A&W a day, I drank it, and overall it's been fine till about an hour ago. I don't know, I just suddenly got tired. Started thinking about jelly beans, of all things, jelly beans. Texted my husband, of course he was ignoring me, so I had to ruin it all and call him. He sounded thrilled. Some things we needed to discuss before we all got off work and left and went home. So took care of that. I was hoping we could get a group out and go out to dinner tonight, but nobody was cooperating. The guys he worked with, the wives weren't around. I don't know what where they're at. I'm friendly with them, but I'm not in their little group. And I think the guys had their own thing tonight, so I don't get to go out. I was kind of hoping, because tonight is our Friday night. My husband and I had to take 3 days off, so tonight is our Friday night. We used to go out oh my goodness. We used to go out pretty regularly on Thursday nights. I don't know, everybody got families and kids. They were a little later than we were. I've had family and kids forever. They were much later getting family and kids. Ben married a woman and adopted her 2 older boys. And one just graduated with my daughter. They've been in the family 5-6 years maybe. So he jumped in foot first and got himself some older kids. So he joined the group later. The whole family thing. Did a great job though. He won't go carnivore or even low carb. He says low carb was designed to make egg prices go up. So thankfully I have no money. Otherwise I'd probably be doing bad things with it tonight. I could see me doing that already. This is when I'm tired like this, feeling slightly stressed, my anxiety's up a little bit. I definitely, excuse me, goodness. This is the feeling, the attitude, something that I would stop at the gas station and get junk food. Would be me now. So we're best that I don't have food. Trying to look, I still have 3/4 of a tank, so I'm good. I didn't bring money. I plan when I fill up my car. So I know it's not the safest not to have money or cards, but until I get out of the habit of stopping, no money or cards. I do have my billfold. Everything else is at home for my dog. So I'll fill my car up. I have to go to the chiropractor tomorrow. The dog and I are going, so I'll fill the car up then. And I don't know if my husband's coming with us or not, but it's at 10 o'clock in the morning, so we'll be back home for lunch without a problem. Worst case scenario, I stop somewhere and get a diet A&W. weight. I mentioned this morning that I dropped about 15 pounds. I'm pretty happy. It's coming off pretty quick. These pants were snug a month ago, the last time I wore them, and they are really loose in the hips right now. My thighs are big. My thighs are always big, but it's coming off. I can actually see a little bit difference in my face. It's just not as puffy. I hate this. My cheeks, even slender, my cheeks are huge. I get this dry, when I lose weight, I get this huge long neck, really long neck, and then my cheeks slender up, and I just look funny. It takes a while for everything to lose weight and coordinate and look decent, in my opinion. Maybe I'll be able at some point not to look tired all the time. I have to work at that. So it's been a quiet day, but I had to play with my cell phone a little too much today while I worked. I'll make up for it on Monday. I don't know. I think all of us today, it just drugged. I took a half a caffeine pill instead of drinking coffee. I've been taking caffeine for a long time because my ass dragged for years. And I could drink monster after monster after monster, and it barely affects me anymore. So I switched to caffeine pills. And I was taking one caffeine pill 3 times a day, and then I switched, and now I'm taking a half a caffeine pill 2 times a day. I'm not ready for the caffeine headache, for the caffeine blahs, with the withdrawals. I'm just not ready for that crap. I'm okay with the half a pill. I don't think it's terribly negatively affecting me. At some point, I hope to wean off of it. But right now, I don't think, oh my God, excuse me. I'm not in a good stage of my life to wean off of something else. I've given up the carbs. 95% carnivore. Like I said, I ate a salad last night, a taco salad. I do eat spices. I don't eat spice mixes that you buy. I mix my own. I have millions of recipes, but I have no way of sharing them. I don't know how to operate all of this on the phone and everything. Just to blip a recipe in. I'm not good at that shit. God, I should make my husband grill tonight, but I don't think I followed anything out. Oh, I thawed tenderloins out, but that's not really for the grill. I'm thinking. Cream cheese inside, roll them up and wrap them up with bacon. Huh. I mean, we do that with pork loins. I wonder how holy these tenderloins are, because we actually process the pork ourselves, and when I'm running it's actually the ham meat, so off the butt. We don't eat hams, so when I'm running the meat through the tenderizer, it has to go through 3 times to get it properly chopped up, basically. It sometimes can make them holy if one gets stretched or something. So if it's holy, it wouldn't be able to do it. That is a very interesting thought, though. Wouldn't be much different than stuffed pork loin. Now I'm off on a whole different tangent. We should, I don't know. I'm not into cooking videos at all. I am not a chef. I just cook as needed, but I come up with all these grand ideas. I make a awesome southwestern taco soup. Unfortunately, the sun's only come out. Unfortunately, it's very high dairy, and I don't do it very often because I do swell and gain a couple pounds for a few days. I love it, but I don't do it very often. It's a comfort food for in the winter usually. I try to make it with as much meat as possible, but there's still a lot of dairy in it. So anyway, the car's all cooled off. I'm sitting in the sun, which I'm sure doesn't help matters. I've got to drive into the sun for the most most part. I'm heading west. The sun is southwest right now. And go home, and I got a chore. Teenagers aren't home to chore tonight. One's in California. The other one is working tonight. She works 2 jobs. So I got to head home and chore a dozen goats to chore, and the chickens and 3 rabbits. Not a huge undertaking. Takes about 30 minutes or so. Anyone want to buy some goats? I got a lot of goats, and I'd sell a lot of them. Saw movement behind me. One of my bosses have been known to jump in my car in the passenger door if I've been sitting here too long. Maybe next time we can talk about hunting, considering I work for a taxidermist, so hunting, food, nature, all of that. I think that's something that's not touched on enough in the carnivore world. I mean, there's a lot of hunters out there, so either they hang up pictures of dead bloody deer and upset half the world, or they talk about finding their meat in the grocery store. The in-between people, I'm not shoving that we hunt in people's faces. I'm not hanging up dead deer all over for everybody to see, but it is a way of life. So maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll get off of here in just a minute and hit the highway, and we can discuss some hunting. Hate to do this discussion at work because you never know who's going to walk in. But I think that would be a good place. Maybe I'll slow down my brain, make me think better. All right, gonna get on the highway, and then we'll start back up when I find a good spot to pull over. And we will have a discussion on the benefits of hunting and what hunters eat and all of that good stuff that nobody ever wants to talk about. So in a little bit, we'll start this. See you in a bit.